function part 1, we have already talked about the neurons, their functions, structures like axon, dendrites and cell body, myelin sheet, about membrane potentials, the sodium potassium pump, the nerve impulse, and also about depolarization, repolarization and hyperpolarization. In this part, we will have a view on synapse, impulse transmission, exhibitory and inhibitory postsynaptic potentials, about the neurotransmitters and their types, different neurological diseases caused by some sort of neural defects which becomes important to understand. Synapses are point of impulse transmission between the neurons. Impulses are transmitted from presynaptic neurons to the postsynaptic neurons. Synapses usually occur between the axon of a presynaptic neuron and a dendrite or cell body of a postsynaptic neuron. At a synapse, the end of the axon is swollen and referred to as end bulb or synaptic knob. Within the end bulb are found lots of synaptic vesicles which contain neurotransmitter chemicals and mitochondria which provide ATP to make more neurotransmitters. Between the end bulb and the dendrite, that is a cell body of the postsynaptic neuron, there is a gap commonly referred as the synaptic cleft. So, pre and post synaptic membranes do not actually come in contact. That means that the impulse cannot be transmitted directly. Rather, the impulse is transmitted by the release of chemicals called the neurotransmitters. Structural features of a typical nerve cell and synapse. The figure shows the major components of a typical neuron, including the cell body with the nucleus, the dendrites that receives signals from other neurons, and the axon that relays nerve signals to other neurons at a specialized structure called a synapse. When the nerve signal reaches the synapse, it causes the release of chemical messengers, that is the neurotransmitters, from the storage vesicles. The neurotransmitters travel across a minute gap between the cells and then interact with the protein molecules, that is the receptors, located in the membrane surrounding the signals receiving neuron. This interaction causes biochemical reactions that results in the generation or prevention of a new nerve signal depending on the type of the neuron, neurotransmitter and receptors involved. When an impulse arrives at the end bulb membrane becomes more permeable to the calcium. Calcium diffuses into the end bulb and activates enzymes that cause the synaptic vesicles to move towards the synaptic cleft. Some vesicles fuse with the membrane and releases their neurotransmitters, which is a good example of exocytosis. This neurotransmitter molecules diffuse across the cleft and fit into the receptor sites in the postsynaptic membrane. When these sites are filled, sodium channels open and permit an inward diffusion of sodium ions. This of course causes the membrane potential to become negative, or in other words, to approach the threshold potential. If enough neurotransmitter is released and enough sodium channels are opened, then the membrane potential will reach the threshold. If so, an action potential occurs and spreads along the membrane of the postsynaptic neuron, which in other words can be said the impulse will be transmitted. Of course, if insufficient neurotransmitter is released, the impulse will not be transmitted. Impulse transmission. The neurotransmitter molecules diffuse across the synaptic cleft bind briefly to the receptors on the postsynaptic neuron to activate them, causing physiological responses that may be excitatory or inhibitory depending on the receptor. Excitatory and inhibitory postsynaptic potentials. A neurotransmitter causes either an excitatory or an inhibitory graded potential. A neurotransmitter that depolarizes the postsynaptic membrane is excitatory because it brings the membrane closer to the threshold. A depolarizing postsynaptic potential is called an excitatory postsynaptic potential, that is EPSP. Often, EPSPs result from opening of cation channels. These channels allow the passage of three most plentiful cations, that is sodium, potassium and calcium, through the postsynaptic cell membrane, but sodium inflow is greater than either calcium inflow or potassium outflow. Although a single EPSP normally does not initiate a nerve impulse, the postsynaptic cell does become more excitable. Because it is particularly depolarized, it is more likely to reach threshold when the next EPSP occurs. A neurotransmitter that causes hyperpolarization of the postsynaptic membrane is inhibitory. During hyperpolarization, generation of an action potential is more difficult than usual because the membrane potential becomes more negative and thus even farther from the threshold than in its resting state. A hyperpolarized postsynaptic potential is termed as inhibitory postsynaptic potential. IPSPs often result from the opening of ligated gated chloride or potassium channels. When chloride channels open, a large number of chloride ion diffuse inward. When potassium channel open, a large number of potassium ion diffuse outwards. In both cases, the ionic flow causes the inside of the postsynaptic cell to become more negative, that is hyperpolarized. Removal of neurotransmitter. Removal of neurotransmitter from the synaptic cleft is essential for normal synaptic function. If a neurotransmitter could remain in the synaptic cleft, it would influence the postsynaptic neuron, muscle fiber or gland cell indefinitely. Neurotransmitter is removed in three ways. The one, that is diffusion. Some of the released transmitter diffuse away from the synaptic cleft. Once a neurotransmitter molecule is out of reach of its receptors, it can no longer exert an effect. Second is by enzymatic degradation. Some neurotransmitters are inactivated through enzymatic degradation. For example, acetylcholinesterase breaks down to acetylcholine in the synaptic cleft. And third is uptake by the cells. Many neurotransmitters are actively transported back into the neuron, then released them, that is reuptake. Others are transported into neighboring neuroglia, that is called uptake. The neurons that release norepinephrine, for example, rapidly take up the norepinephrine and recycle it into new synaptic vessels. The membrane proteins that accomplish such uptakes are called neurotransmitter transporters. Several therapeutically important drugs selectively block reuptake of specific neurotransmitters by interfering with these transporters. For example, the drug fluoxetine is a selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor, that is SSRI. By inhibiting serotonin transporters, fluoxetine prolongs the activity of this neurotransmitter at synapses in the brain. SSRIs provide relief for those suffering from some forms of depression. Regeneration. Regenerations of axons and dendrons is limited and may occur if the cell body is intact, if the Schwann cells are functional. Neurotransmitters are the brain chemicals that communicate information throughout brain and body. They relay signals between nerve cells called neurons. The brain uses neurotransmitters to tell our heart to beat, our lungs to breathe, and our stomach to digest. They can also affect mood, sleep, concentration, weight, and can cause adverse symptoms when they are out of balance. Types of neurotransmitters. There are many different ways to classify neurotransmitters. Based upon their nature, they can be divided under two major groups. One is amino acids, which include glutamate, aspartate, D-serine gamma aminobutyric acid, which is abbreviated as GABA, and glycine. The second type is monoamines and other biogenic amines, which include dopamine, norepinephrine, which is also termed as non-adrenaline, epinephrine, also called adrenaline, serotonin, and indolamines. The other types include acetylcholine, adenosine, nitric oxide, etc. Based upon their action, the neurotransmitters are divided into two other groups. One, that is excitatory group. Neurotransmitters that make membrane potential less negative via increased permeability of the membrane to sodium and therefore tend to excite or stimulate the postsynaptic membrane. For example, norepinephrine and epinephrine. The second type is inhibitory type. The neurotransmitters that make membrane potential more negative via increased permeability of the membrane to potassium and therefore tend to inhibit or make less likely the transmission of an impulse. One example of an inhibitory neurotransmitter is gamma aminobutyric acid, that is abbreviated as GABA. Medically, GABA has been used to treat both epilepsy and hypertension. Another example of an inhibitory neurotransmitter is beta endorphin, which results in decreased pain perceptions by the CNS. Other examples include serotonin, dopamine, etc. Neurologic diseases are disorders of the brain, spinal cord and nerves throughout our body. Together they control all the workings of the body. When something goes wrong with a part of our nervous system, leads to trouble in moving, speaking, swallowing, breathing or learning, including problems with memory, senses or mood. Huntington's disease is an inherited disease that causes certain nerve cells in the brain to waste away. People are born with the defective gene, but symptoms usually don't appear until middle age. Early symptoms of Huntington's disease may include uncontrolled movements, clumsiness or balance problems. Behavior changes may occur before the movement problems and can include behavioral disturbances, hallucinations, irritability, moodiness, restlessness or fidgeting, paranoia, psychosis. Abnormal and unusual movements include facial movements, including grimaces, head turning to shift eye positions, quick, sudden, sometimes wild jerking movements of the arms, legs, face and other body parts. Slow, uncontrolled movements, unsteady gaits, dementia that slowly gets worse, including disorientation or confusion, loss of judgment, loss of memory, personality changes, speech changes. Later, Huntington's disease can take away the ability to walk, talk or swallow. Some people stop recognizing family members. Others are aware of their environment and are able to express emotions. Huntington's disease is caused by a genetic defect of chromosome 4. The defect causes a part of DNA called a CAG repeat to occur many more times than it is supposed to. Normally, this section of DNA is repeated 10 to 28 times, but in a person with Huntington's disease, it is repeated 36 to 120 times. The next disease is spina bifida. Myelomeningocele is a birth defect in which the backbone and spinal canal do not close before birth. The condition is a type of spina bifida. Normally, during the first month of the pregnancy, the two sides of the spine or the backbone join together to cover the spinal cord, spinal nerves and meninges, that is the tissue covering the spinal cord. Spina bifida refers to any birth defects involving incomplete closure of the spine. Myelomeningocele is the most common type of spina bifida. It is a neural tube defect in which the bones of the spine do not completely form, resulting in an incomplete spinal canal. This causes the spinal cord and meninges to stick out of the child's back. Myelomeningocele may affect as many as 1 out of every 800 infants. The rest of spina bifida cases are most common. Spina bifida occulta, a condition in which the bones of the spine do not close, but the spinal cord and meninges remain in place and skin usually covers the defect. Meningoceles, a condition where the tissue covering the spinal cord sticks out of the spinal defect, but the spinal cord remains in place. Parkinson's disease. Parkinson's disease is a disorder of the brain that leads to shaking, that is tremors, and difficulty with walking, movement and coordination. Parkinson's disease most often develops after the age of 50. It is one of the most common nervous system disorders of the elderly. Sometimes Parkinson's disease occurs in younger adults. It affects both men and women. In some cases, Parkinson's disease runs in the families. When a young person is affected, it is usually because a form of the disease that runs in families. Nerve cells use a brain chemical called dopamine to help control muscle movements. Parkinson's disease occurs when the nerve cells in the brain that make dopamine are slowly destroyed. Without dopamine, the nerve cells in that part of the brain cannot properly send the messages. This leads to the loss of muscle function. The damage gets worse with time. Symptoms for Parkinson's include blinking, constipation, difficulty swallowing, drooling, problems with balance and walking, no expression in the face like you are wearing a mask, muscle aches and pains, movement problems which include difficulty starting the movement such as starting to walk or getting out of a chair, difficulty continuing to move, slowed movements, loss of small or fine hand movements, writing may become small and difficult to read, eating becomes difficult, rigid or stiff muscles often beginning in the legs, shaking called tremors, etc. epilepsy. It is a brain disorder in which a person has repeated seizures. Seizures are episodes of disturbed brain activity that cause changes in attention or behavior. Epilepsy occurs when permanent changes in brain tissue cause the brain to be too excitable or jumpy. The brain sends out abnormal signals. This results in repeated, unpredictable seizures. Epilepsy may be due to a medical condition or injury that affects the brain, or the cause may be unknown, that is idiopathic. Common causes of epilepsy include stroke or transient ischemic attack, that is also called TIA, dementia such as Alzheimer's disease, traumatic brain injury, infections including brain abscess, meningitis, encephalitis and AIDS. Brain problems that are present at birth called congenital brain defects, metabolism disorders that a child may be born with such as phenylketonuria, brain tumors, abnormal blood vessels in the brain, other illness that damage or destroy brain tissue. We have already seen about the synapse, impulse transmission, exhibitory and inhibitory postsynaptic potentials, about the neurotransmitters and their types, different neurological diseases which are caused by some sort of neural defects which become essential to understand.